Good day, everyone. Today I want to talk about one of the biggest mistakes I see lenders make, and that is competing on price. Whenever business slows down, many lenders immediately think there is only one solution: lower your prices, lower the interest, reduce the fees, offer bigger discounts, charge less than the competition. And while that might sound like a good strategy, it can be incredibly dangerous. Because once you start competing on price, there is always someone willing to go cheaper, lower, always. No matter how low your price is, someone else can lower theirs even further. That is a race that nobody wins. The reality is that successful businesses rarely become successful because they are the cheapest. They become successful because they create value. Think about the businesses you personally choose to support. Do you always buy the cheapest product? Do you always choose the cheapest service provider? Of course not. Sometimes you pay more because you trust that business. Sometimes you pay more because the service is better. Sometimes you pay more because it's more convenient. Sometimes you pay more because you know you'll receive a better experience. The same principle applies to lending. Most lenders believe customers only care about price, but that's simply not true. Good customers value much more than price. They value service. And let's start there today. When a customer contacts your business, how quickly do they receive assistance? How professionally are they treated? How easy is it to get answers? How responsive is your team? A customer who receives excellent service often becomes a loyal customer, and loyal customers are incredibly valuable. Now let's talk about speed. In today's world, speed matters. Customers don't want to wait days for an answer. They don't want endless paperwork to complete. They don't want complicated processes. The lender who can provide a professional and efficient experience often wins the business. Not because they are cheaper, because they are faster. Convenience is another major competitive advantage. How easy is it for a customer to do business with you? Can they apply online? Can they submit documents electronically to you? Can they communicate digitally? Can they process information quickly? People are increasingly willing to pay for convenience, and convenience creates customer loyalty. Then there is trust. Trust is one of the most valuable assets any business can build. Customers want certainty. They want reliability. They want honesty. They want transparency. They want to know that the business they are dealing with will do whatever it says it will do. Trust can take years to build, but once it is established, it becomes a powerful competitive advantage. Many lenders underestimate just how important trust is. Customers often return to businesses they trust, even when competitors offer lower prices, because trust reduces uncertainty and people value certainty. Now let's talk about the technology side. Technology has become one of the biggest differentiators in modern lending. The lenders who embrace technology creates better customer experiences, faster onboarding, faster decisions, better communication, better collections, better reporting, better service. Technology doesn't just make your business more efficient, it makes your business more attractive. And attractive businesses don't need to compete purely on price. One of the most important lessons that I've learned in business is this: price is only one part of the value equation. Customers don't buy based on price alone. They buy based on perceived value. If your service is excellent, if your processes are efficient, if your communication is beautiful and professional, if your reputation is strong, and if your systems are modern, then customers are often willing to pay more for that because they see the value. The danger of competing on price is that it can slowly destroy your profits. Lower prices means smaller margins. Smaller margins means less money available for growth. Less money available for technology. Less money available for training. Less money available for customer service improvements. Over time, businesses that compete solely on price often weaken themselves. Meanwhile, businesses that compete on value continues to improve. And those improvements create even more value. That's why I always encourage lenders to focus on becoming better rather than becoming cheaper. Improve your service, improve your systems, improve your speed, improve your customer experience, improve your communication, and improve your processes. Because when you create enough value, price becomes less important. Now, does price matter? Of course it matters. You cannot ignore price completely, but it should never be your primary competitive advantage. Your goal should be to create so much value that customers choose you for reasons beyond the price. The most successful lenders understand this. They don't build businesses around being the cheapest. They build businesses around being the best. And there is a huge difference between those two aspects. So my message today is simple. Stop competing on price. Start competing on the value you can offer. Compete on service. Compete on speed. Compete on convenience. Compete on trust. Compete on technology. Because good customers don't simply buy the cheapest option. They buy the option that delivers the greatest value. And that's where long-term success is built. Thank you for joining me today, and I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow.